Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today on our important Zoom. We have a great Zoom lined up for you, great training, great trainers, and we're just so glad to be here with you. Please let us know in the chat box where you're Zooming in from, and I'd love to see what dream trip you have been on. And would love to hear, we'll shout out some different places of the world to travel because, without dream trips, before dream trips, there are places I have learned to travel to that I had never even thought of before. And that's one great thing I love about dream trips. It really expands your mind. It allows you to explore the world in a different way. So let's go ahead and go in the comments and say hello. Hello, Maria from New York City. We've got Sam from New York, Rhonda, Jacksonville, Florida, Jane, hello, good to see you. We've got Dr. Aaron from Tampa, hello, hello. Also, let your teams know that this training is going on. We are live right now. It's always important to send a little reminder from the team because we've got to get into habits, right, of plugging in. So definitely do that as well. Let's see, we've got Lena from Oklahoma City. Shayna from New York City. Hello, hello. Hello, beautiful lady. I believe you were on the on one of our posts, our testimonials on the DreamTrips Instagram page. Pretty sure I have the right one. So again, Jane from Bradenville, Florida. Andrea from Florida. We've got a lot of Florida. We've got North Carolina. Holly. Virginia's in the house. Hello. Shoshana from Mississippi. Love to see people from all over. Stephanie in Florida. Roanoke, Virginia. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. Dorothy, Wisconsin. Wow, we have people from all over. Shonda from North Carolina. Good to see you all. Coco from Harlem, New York City. We've got a lot of New York City. Portugal. Hello. Good to see you. Ole. Is that how you say your name? I hope I said that right. Johnny Wimbray. Good to see you. Latoya. Hi, Latoya from Durham, North Carolina. So good to have y'all. Maryland. We've got South Lake, Texas. We've got California, Wisconsin, Arizona. Hi, Tim. Great to see you. Craig and Alma from New York. Again, New York. What is going on in New York? You're all here and we love it. Kazi from Texas. Thank you all for being here so much. So what I want to let you know today, we have a great, like I said, a great training lined up for you. And really, it's going to take us back to the basics and learn. It's always important. I always say, even if you've been in this industry forever, even if you've kind of done the things, it's always good to take it back to the beginning. I can't tell you how many times Mark and I have gone back to the beginning to restart our business and re-engage with those skills that got you to where where you ended up being. And so, especially if you're new here, you've never really gotten trained with this information, it's great to be here today because you're going to learn from the best. So let us go ahead and, oh my gosh, you're all letting me know Ohio, Hawaii. We've got Hawaii. My husband is actually in Hawaii right now. So aloha. We've got Arizona and yeah. All right, let's go. I could sit here all day and read all these names. We've got people from all over. Thanks for being active in the comment section. Please continue that, especially if you have any questions or anything as they go through the training. Sometimes they're able to open up and kind of see and check out what your training or what they can go back and answer for you from their training. Peter from Cook Islands, good to see you. All right, now guys, let's go ahead and go out to our first trainer for this evening and really get to know the basics of our business. So let's go out to our Chief Growth Officer, Micaiah York. Take it away, Micaiah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Tammy. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday's night Dream Trips weekly training. Listen, I'm so excited for y'all to be here. I see you blowing up this chat. Listen, I wish you were here in Hawaii. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's a beautiful thing about this business. I love this industry. I know many of you are here because of the timing of where we sit. You're here because we are going into a phase of pre-launch. You're here because you're sitting on a 20-year-old billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar brand. And you have a vision and you have a dream and you have goals and desires to go out there and do some incredible things. And the exciting thing about where we sit is you are partnered up with people who've been where you're at and who know how to get you to where you want to be. And so I can just tell you this, I'm fired up. I'm excited. I've never been as excited as I am right now. And I know the excitement is global because I'm on conversations all over the world. And so today I want to talk about a couple things, okay? I want to talk to a few different groups of people. I want to talk to the person who's brand new. I had a chance to speak with some of you today, and I know you're in the chat here. You just recently joined. You didn't know anything about DreamTrips. A friend of yours sent you a link, and you're like, yes, I'll join. But I also want to talk to the person who started to build a little bit of an organization, right? Your team is growing. You have maybe 10 people on your team. You have 5 people on your team. Maybe you have 20 or 50 people on your team. And you're asking yourself, what can I do to multiply that? What can I do to take that to 100? Okay, but I also want to talk to the individual on here today who you got thousands of people on your team. You got hundreds of people around your team in multiple different countries. And so I'm actually going to be speaking the same language to all groups. It's just going to hit everybody a little bit different. I have had the privilege of calling a lot of brand new people inside of DreamTrips who have recently joined. And let me tell you what, we have had thousands and thousands and thousands of people recently join the DreamTrips community. And one of the best things we can do as entrepreneurs, set you up for success, put you in position to be able to win. And a part of that is knowing how to get started right, knowing what to do with your brand new person. Because it's one thing when you bring a lot of people on, you throw them on the wall, you see who sticks, and you work with the rest. But we're different here. The culture is different here. I won't bore you with the story, but I'm currently a student. I'm going to school to get multiple degrees, which is crazy in the midst of launching a massive company. But one of my classes is Intro to Business. And one thing I'm learning through that program, I'm studying Walmart and how they onboard their new people and how they've had issues in the past. And they did a whole study on retention. And why Walmart had such a low retention rate, meaning the turnover was so high. And the reason why the turnover was so high was because they didn't have a proper training system that set up a brand new person for success. And so what they did is they implemented a training system into their system. This was just a handful of years ago that set their brand new employees up to win no matter what they did in life, whether they stayed with the company or not. And the difference was the system that was in place. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, is a system that we have in place that can allow you to build all around the world. If you want to have a global organization, let's throw some airplanes, let's throw some globes in the chat, let's throw some maps in the chat. If you wish to have a business that pays you when you are asleep, if you can master this system that I'm going to cover here today, which is actually really basic, it's really simple. Actually, it's almost so simple you could miss it up. One of my mentors I heard say one time, fear not the person who knows 1,000 kung fu moves, yet fear the person who knows one move but has mastered that one move. And if we can learn to master just a couple of basic moves inside of this space, I'm telling you right now, you can build a massive business all around the world. After I'm done here, we got Jefferson Santos, 8-figure earner, coming on. Then we have our owner and Mark Smith, who's going to be coming on to close this thing out. So it's going to be a jam-packed day. And so if you're ready, say, I'm ready. I can't hear you, but I'm assuming that's what you're saying. And so I want to talk to you as if you're brand new. So for the brand new person who's on here, and for the person who has an organization already, this is the step we want to take for every single new person that joins our business. Listen, I would rather have 500 soldiers that know what they're doing than 5,000 people who don't know what they're doing. They're just excited, okay? And because we can turn that 500 into 500,000 overnight. And it's simply by just making sure we're educating our brand new people. And so what I want to do is I want to cover and walk you through some basic slides just to give you an idea. And so as a brand new person, right? When you enroll, you go to sign up, you get your free spot. Obviously, if you're on today's Zoom, you've already done this. You're in the system, right? But I just want you to know that while you're walking your new person through this system, make sure that when you send out your link for them to enroll, that they see your name at the top of the page. Okay, I know this is very basic, but we want to make sure you are getting credit for the people that you're enrolling into the business. And so, for example, if I was talking to Jefferson and I wanted to send him my link after showing him the funnel, I might say, hey, Jefferson, man, I'm excited to share with you about this new project that I'm working on, man. Hey, I'm going to send you this link. Take a look at it. Before he goes and enrolls, I want to make sure that he sees my name in there, so I'm getting that full credit. Okay, so very, very basic, right? And after they've enrolled, welcome to the team. Congratulations. And so what do we do with somebody that's brand new? Okay, now, again, I want to just reiterate this. There's several different groups. There's some of you on here today that you do not yet have a team. You just got started, you're excited, you're ready to build this travel community. We got 2 weeks left in this free launch, and you're like, Micaiah, show me what I got to do to get this thing rocking. What I want you to do is follow the exact steps that I'm about to cover. Now, the second tiered group, some of you have a team. You have about 10, let's say between 10 and 100 people on your team. I actually want you to do the exact same thing. But now what I want to make sure you're doing is letting your brand new people know to do this with their new people. This is going to allow you to create duplication inside of your business. And then we have big time leaders on here. Those of you who've recruited hundreds and hundreds of people and you got thousands and thousands of people on your team. It's important that you really pay attention to this as well, so that way we can train your top leaders and then their top leaders to be doing this. Because if we do just this one thing, I'm telling you right now, this thing is unstoppable. What we've already done is unbelievable, but what we're about to do is going to change some people's lives. And it's all about carrying and slowing down to help our brand new person win. This is what we care about. We care about the brand new person. We care about the person who just got started. They're excited. They're motivated. They have desires and dreams and goals, and they're trusting in us. And so it's our job to make sure that we get with them right away. And so when somebody brand new joins, listen, it's good to even just slow down for a couple seconds and ask them, what is the most important thing in your life right now? Simple question. And I want to ask you this question. What is the most important thing in your life right now? Listen, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about their situation. When I'm talking to people, the first question I'm asking about it, before I get into anything, I want to say, listen, tell me about yourself. What's important to you? Man, I'm ready to travel. I got credit card debt. I'm ready to retire. I'm hearing a lot of I'm ready to retire conversations, because what I've learned as a leader is if you can learn to understand what somebody's motivation is and they know that you care about it, they'll go through a brick wall to get it. And when you know about what their desire is, what their reason why is, man, that's the sauce. That's what really matters. And you may be asking yourself, well, Micaiah, what does this have to do with me going fast? It has everything to do with you going fast. Understanding what somebody's reason why is so important. And so you just signed somebody up. You ask them, hey, what's the most important thing in your life? You know what? My most important thing is I want to travel. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to retire. I'm excited to be able to go out and see the world. I want to help my grandkids. I want to pay off my student loans. You see, what happens is now you're getting their permission to coach them. And so one question, what's the most important thing in your life? Question number 2, what if I could show you how to do it? If I could show you how to do it, would you do it? It's going to be very rare you're going to have somebody say no to you. Right? See, now they know that you care about their situation. Now that they know that you're in the game with them. If I could show you a way to do it, would you do it? The answer is going to be yes. All right. So what is the first thing you're going to do? So now you got my buy-in. You know why I'm motivated. We've been on the phone for maybe just a couple seconds, or even you're going back and forth through a message. The first thing I'm going to do is get you plugged into Telegram. This is the very most important thing I'm going to do for a brand new person is I'm going to stop and I'm going to text you the link to Telegram, which I'm actually going to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to throw the Telegram link in the chat. Okay, so everybody in the chat, do me a favor. I want you to look at that link and I want you to save that link in your notes. so that way you always have it readily available. That is the Telegram link. That is the best way for you to leverage us. You see, when I'm building in the field, I was always looking at ways on how I could leverage the company so I could do less work. The best way you can do for a brand new person is getting them plugged in so that way we can communicate. Now, you don't leave it up to the company to communicate with them, but at least now you have access to getting them plugged into the system. And so I just sent that link into the chat. Okay, so step one, I'm getting you plugged into our Telegram group. This is happening within seconds, okay? And I'm going to pull this all together, and we got Jefferson coming on here in just a moment. Step one, what's the most important thing in your life? If I could show you a way to accomplish that, would you do it? Awesome. Step one, let's get you plugged into Telegram. Step two, I want to show you right away where your enrollment links are. The reason why we have had thousands and thousands and thousands of people join is because of the system. The system is smooth, it's simple, and it's duplicatable. So I'm going to take just a second and I'm going to show somebody, okay, hey, I want you to go to DreamTripsLaunch.com, top right-hand corner. I want you to go ahead and click login. I want you to go ahead and put in your email, put in your password, make sure they're typing it in. Just so everybody is aware, the email is case sensitive. So if somebody's having a hard time logging in, just make sure that first letter is not capitalized. Typically, that is the challenge for people getting logged in. So you just want to make sure that's a lowercase and they're logged in. And right here is I'm sharing with them these two links. I'm going to say, hey, Jefferson, so I just want you to know how I'm going to help you, go fast is you have two links. You got a funnel link. And what that funnel link is a 3-step video that you can send somebody where they can get A to Z information about what's going on in DreamTrips. Now, the second link, that's a direct enrollment link. That link you can just send somebody if they're ready to sign up and get going. Now, I want to talk to you really quick about levels of influence. I'm going to come off a camera here. I want to talk to you about levels of influence. There's 3 different levels of influences that you have in your life. You have people that you highly respect. You have people who there's mutual respect. And then you have people who respect you. The people who respect you are people who you could just call, send them the link, and say, sign up. And they're going to sign up. I got friends like that in my life. If they sent me to do something, I would just say yes. My buddy Alex. If he says buy it, I buy it. If he says sign up, I just sign up, right? You have those people in your life. The people in the middle, when you send them a link, there's a mutual level of respect. That might look like something, hey, Jefferson, I thought of you. You're sharp. You got to check out what I'm doing. If I sent you a link, would you take a look at it? Right? And just planting the seeds. And I'm going to get into a little bit of verbiage on what to say. Everybody says something a little bit different. We have so many incredible leaders that you're already working with. I'm sure they're sharing different pieces of verbiage that you can use. One piece of verbiage that I use that's worked for me throughout my career is telling people why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I thought of them. You see, when people know why you're doing what you're doing, they're now curious about what it is you're doing. But when you start off with what it is you're doing, okay, like for example, if I start off by just telling you what it is that I'm doing, in that very moment, you're making a decision whether or not you're interested or not, because I've already told you what it is. So you're deciding right then and there, yes, that sounds interesting, or no, that doesn't sound interesting. But if I start with, hey, Jefferson, man, listen, I don't know if you know, but I've been looking for a way to X, Y, and Z, and I thought of you because you're sharp. If I sent you a video, would you take a look at it? Guess what he's now asking me? Yes, what is it? He's now curious about what it is because I've implemented a little bit of personalism in there. I've implemented a little bit of passion in there. I've thought about him. Now he's asking me what I'm doing. And then at that point, I'm like, here, I'm going to send you a link. Take a look at it. Hop on this presentation tonight. Take a look at it. Imagine if you did that 10 times a day. That's 30 people in 10 days. Or no, it's 100 people in 10 days. You do that consistently over a period of time. Listen, it's impossible for people not to join you. But you can't just start blasting, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Now, it works for some, and it works for some. I'm not saying don't do that. But just know Some people are going to make that decision in that very moment whether or not they're going to join you. Start with a little bit of this is why I found a way how I'm going to X, Y, and Z. I thought of you because of X, Y, and Z, and I want to share it with you. Yeah, sure, dude. What are you doing? How does this work? Hey, I'm going to drop you a link. Matter of fact, not only am I going to drop you a link, but tonight there's this person and you have to hear their story. I'm doing some side tips here. I'm going off cuff. Some side tips for prospecting. People want to hear other people's stories. They don't want to just join another presentation. People are on presentations all day. Whenever you promote a presentation that we have happening every single night, what I want you to do from now on is promote the story. Even if you don't even know who's going to be presenting, you have to come on and hear this person's story. Listen, when we went to sleep at night, our parents didn't read us a bunch of facts. They told us bedtime stories because stories are relatable. Stories, people want to hear how they've been able to travel the world, how they've been able to build a business from home, how they were in the right place at the right time. See, this is relatable. This is personal. This is called relationship marketing. We are in relationship marketing. We're not in just the sell the facts marketing. That's somebody who just takes a blab and throws it on the wall and see if it sticks. So when you're promoting the presentations, promote the story. I promise you, you're going to double the amount of people that you're going to have on these presentations. I want to hear somebody's story. Even if I'm not even interested in what it is you're talking about, I'm like, yeah, I'll take a look at the story. And so become a master at promoting the stories. Okay, I'm going to get back on track. 3 levels of influence. The people who you can call and just say sign up, they're going to sign up, but you still got to get them started right. The people who are in the middle with you, you got mutual respect for you. Hey, I thought of something. I'm fired up. I found a way to X, Y, and Z. I thought of you. If I sent you a link, would you take a look at it? Mutual. Then you have your 10s, the people who you respect. Hey, Jefferson, man, I respect you. Like what you've done in your life, I got a lot of respect for it. I've recently just endorsed this new project. And I would love for you to take a look at it. If I sent you a link, would you watch it? If I invited you to this presentation to hear from one of our executives, would you join? People want to know why you're doing what you're doing, and then they will be interested in what it is you're doing. And when you do this, you can add speed to it. Success loves speed. It understands time, but success loves speed. Okay. And so I'm going to hop right back into this real quick with you. So again, just super simplistic. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Super simplistic. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. Hey, real quick. What's the most important thing in your life? Hey man, I'm ready to travel. Hey, listen, I'm ready to retire. Listen, I got credit card debt. Listen, I'm sick of my job. Listen, I need to be able to afford daycare because I'm a single mom and I got all this going on. I need some help. Okay, awesome. If I showed you a way to do it, would you follow my lead? Yes, awesome. You got their buy-in. Perfect. First thing I'm going to need you to do is download Telegram and join the Telegram link. Okay, I want you to join the Telegram. This is our way to communicate with you, so that way you're in the know on exactly what's going on. The second thing, I want to show you where your links are. So let's go ahead and log into your back office real quick. Again, it's going to take just 5 minutes. Click login, type in your email, make sure there's no uppercase. Okay, now the first link, this is the link I want to show you how to send out to your first 10 people in your first 24 hours. The second link is a link that you can send somebody if they're just ready to sign up. And so as a brand new person, we're going to go get you 10 links. Listen, if everybody, there's a lot of people on this call. If every single one of you took the script that I just said and made it your own and sent out 10 links, I promise you this, your business is going to grow. After I've sent them out their links, I'm immediately letting them know about the next presentation. Hey, Jefferson, so just so you know, awesome. We got 10 links set out to you. Tonight at 8 p.m., we have a live presentation. Let's see who we can get on those Zooms. Invite some of your friends to join those Zooms. Get them on the Zoom for tonight. You got to hear this person's story because this is the truth. You still have to recruit your new people. When I first got started in this industry, I know I'm taking a little bit of time here. I gotta speed this thing up. When I first got started in this industry, I had high excitement, but I also had high anxiety, but I had low knowledge. You see, when you have high excitement, high anxiety, but low knowledge, that's called a recipe for disaster, right? So it's our job as sponsors is to keep the excitement, lower the anxiety, by raising the knowledge and experiencing wins. So how can we do that with somebody? We can do that by continuing to recruit our new people. You have to keep in mind, we have to continue to, just because they signed up doesn't mean that they're in. So we have to continue to get it. So I want them joining the live presentation because I know if I get them on the live presentation, they're going to get fired up. They're going to hear stories and they'll invite people to the next presentation. So the brand new person, I'm showing them their links. I'm inviting them to the next presentation, which is tonight at 8 p.m. And listen, we have an incredible story. It's actually 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, you're going to love this presentation tonight. Every single one of you should be on tonight's presentation. It's going to be a blast. Your business will grow if you invite them on. And then lastly, I'm making sure that they know when the next training is, which is obviously every single Thursday at 12 p.m., which I just cut out the slides. So let me just bring this up for you real quick. Cut out the slides. And I want to let them know this. Now a new person is ready to go. They're ready to rock and roll. And so, listen, I hope this added a little bit of value for somebody here today. I promise you this as leaders, okay? I want to talk to just the leaders really quick. If you slow down to speed up, like I'm doing, and I'll never as a leader ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. I'm doing this, okay? We're frontline. There's a lot of people who've joined, and I can tell you there's a lot of people who've joined that don't know what they're doing. Not because, for any other reason, because nobody got them started right. Let's get these people started right. If you get these people started right, I promise you this, you can take your 500 to 1,000. And I think some of you may be thinking, okay, well, the amount of people I've joined so far, I'm looking at maybe like a 4 to 5, maybe a $10,000 check. I'm going to encourage you, you got to dream bigger. You got to dream much bigger. You got to think way bigger. You got to understand the seats that you're sitting in right now. We're talking generational wealth that you can generate because of the opportunity that we're sitting on. Don't sleep on this. And some of you are going to go fast and some of you are going to go slow, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you stay in activity. Activity is the name of the game. And if we help our new people and we dive into the organization and we hold their hand and we bring them up. Now, don't be just camping out with the lazy folks, okay? We don't got time for lazy, okay? But if somebody's raising their hand, let's get down in the dirty with them. And so, listen, I'm excited. I'm fired up. This is going to be a massive, massive, massive week. I'm going to go ahead and just get myself out of the way. I got so much respect for this man. I've been in the industry for 15 years, and it's rare. I'll just keep it real. It's rare where I've met somebody where I'm like, that's a guy I would follow. And the guy I'm going to bring on right now isn't new to many of you, but to some of you, he's a set 8-figure earner. He's helped hundreds of people make 6 figures in the industry. He's an incredible father. He's a husband. He loves his children. He's built business all over the world. He was actually the first DreamTrips member to ever join. Okay, so he's got a wealth of knowledge. Keep your notebooks out as we continue this training. I'm going to pass it over to our co-founder and Chief Visionary Officer, Jefferson Santos. Brother, the floor is yours, man. Take it away.
Awesome, Micaiah. Give us some fire emojis, some heart emojis in the chat right now. You knocked it out of the park. I can't wait to watch that again. Yes, we are recording this, and this is important. What he said was gold. And here's the thing. As whatever level you're at right now in your business, it's always important to go back to the basics. And are you mastering the basics? Are you doing it? And if you're doing it, are you doing it consistently? And if you're doing it consistently, are you doing it in excellence? And you just saw excellence right there. Respect and love back at you, Micaiah. It's amazing working with you and Mark and Tammy and the execs. And all the leaders here. And so welcome everybody. I get a chance to talk with you for a few minutes here before we bring on our CEO and owner, Mr. Mark Smith. And so I want you to write this down. Business is an infinite game. Business is an infinite game. Here's the thing. When you go to a soccer game, okay, you go to a football game, you go to a basketball game, there's quarters or periods, right? And then there's a clock and there's a scoreboard. And then when the time is over, the game, there's a winner and a loser, right? And the thing is it's kind of like, man, we would have won if we had more time. Well, that was the time that you had in the game, right? But what's cool over here is it's an infinite game. you can keep on going. This brand is 20 years old. I was the first Dream Trip member, and I'm still here. And there's a lot of other people here that are excited to get back in the mix and go on trips again, because Dream Trips is an infinite game. It's an infinite life, because who doesn't want to go see the world? Who doesn't want to travel, right? And so you have to have, write this down, you have to have a long haul energy. You know those long haul semis that drive across the country? Long haul energy. I want you to imagine this for a second, okay? If you already made it, meaning you already made it, you've got a massive team, you've got, I don't know, 6-7 figures in your bank account, you're hanging out on the beach or in the mountains, you're getting a massage, whatever, you're at the spa, whatever, how would you treat yourself? If you already made it, how would you treat yourself? Okay? What's my point? My point is, as we're in this game here, as we're going, this is long haul energy. This is a marathon. This goes on forever. Okay. And don't take a snapshot in time and do a scoreboard on yourself and beat yourself up. Listen, everybody wants to have a bigger team. Everybody wants their team to be growing even faster. Micaiah just gave you some information that's going to help you get that one person, because it starts with one, right? You know, we talk about when you sponsor somebody in network marketing, what does a sponsor do? They care for the other person. You know what? Let your goals be my goals. Let me help you get those goals, right? He was talking about asking, what do you want out of this, right? I think one of the key things that I've done with new people for my entire career for the last 29 years is I said, what are the top 10 things that this Dream Trips is a financial vehicle can help you achieve? And I give them some examples. I mean, do you want to pay off your house? Do you want to retire your parents? Do you want to open up an orphanage? They can be altruistic goals, or they can be materialistic goals. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to judge them. If they want 5 million Ferraris, whatever. They want $1 million in the bank account, whatever. It's what motivates. Okay. And a lot of you have heard me talk about this before. Motivation versus manipulation. Okay, if we don't know what you want, if you don't know what your new person wants, you're by default manipulating them. And let me explain that. But if you know what they want, you can motivate. Let me give the definition. Manipulating is getting someone to do something that benefits you. Motivation is getting someone to do something that benefits them. And if you know what they want, you can do things to help benefit them and motivate them. Okay, and so by knowing what are the top 10 things they want to achieve? They want to do this. They want to get a new car. They want to pay off their car. They retire their parents. What are those top 10 things? I go write them down the next 24 hours, because when are they the most excited? Right when they join, in the first 24 hours. So I have them text it to me or screenshot it or write it on paper, whatever. I get that, and I put it in a folder in my email thing in my phone. I have a little folder that says My Team's Whys. Okay, why are they doing the business? Because what's going to happen is you hit a wall. 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months from now, you're going to hit a mental wall, and you're going to have a bad day. Your best friend's going to say no. 5 people quit, and then you stub your toe on the coffee table. Like, you're just going to have a bad day. It's just going to happen, right? The question is, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so I inoculate my new person, and I said, look, okay, how do you want me to treat it? When you have a bad day and you lose sight of your vision, you lose track of your goals, what do you want me to do? Do I have permission to remind you of what you just told me what you want? These top 10 things, do I have your permission? They're like, well, yeah, okay, cool. Because I want to help you. You want these things, right? Cool. So they gave me the list out of their mouth. They wrote it down. So that's called motivation. I'm not manipulating them. I'm getting leverage on them for their benefit. Okay, this is important, because if Makai is having a bad day, he's like, man, I can't even pick the phone. Hey, listen, time out. Hold on. I get it. You remember you told me you wanted to pay for your mom's, you wanted to pay your mom's car off. You wanted to give her a new Lexus. Remember that? All right. You remember this? I remind him. I just go down a couple things on the list, right? Because he gave me his list, right? I got it the first 24 hours when he joined, right? And I said, hey, what's one baby step you could do to get back on track? I let him tell me that. Okay. He tells me, awesome. Let's do that. Okay. What's one big step you can do to get you back on track? He tells me that. I write that down. Okay, let's go do it. Not you go do it. Let's go. Let me help you. Let's go do it. This is what sponsorship is. You have to get down in the trenches. You got to get dirty. I know a lot of you have big teams. You got to go back one by one, and you've got to reach out, right? And give them a hand and help them, because some people don't know. Just this training today has helped them already, right? So I got a few things I want to show you, but guys, listen. This is a free enrollment right now. Okay. So when you're sitting down and you're like, wait a second, what am I doing right now? You need to be talking to people. You got to be either showing people the funnel, 3-video funnel, which I'll show you again here in a second, like what it actually is, right? Or you're answering questions, or you're enrolling somebody, or you're helping somebody else enroll somebody, helping them get their 4. Like, that's what we need to be doing. Long haul energy. You follow what I'm saying? What we do over the next couple of weeks, because time is ticking right now, what we do over the next couple of weeks is going to determine your holidays, your Christmas, next year, and the next 10 years. There's some of you that have already done a year's worth of work in the last 3 weeks. There's already, okay? And there's some of you that are like, man, I should have got started 2 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. You're in now. There's some people that won't even hear about this till 5 years from now. Okay, but you're in now. So what can you do tonight, right now, to get your 4 and to help them get their 4? And it's at 16, 32, 64, and it's just duplicating like that. And what's happening, there's somebody that's starting with 0 tonight that's going to have over 1,000 people on their team by the end of the month. I'm telling you right now. There's some of you right now that are like, yep, that's me. You just signed up earlier today. That's you. Okay, you got to start with what you say. Okay, write this down. Language will either limit you or position you. I'll say that again. Your language will either limit you or position you. It's important what you say, because what you say, the words are seeds. So when you say strong words, you say, I am this and I'm going to do this, then that makes you stronger. When you say words like try, or I hope I can get it done, or maybe, no, those are mitigating words. Those actually physically make you weaker. It's about your language and what you say to yourself, because who are we with the most? Ourselves, right? Okay, so let's jump in here. I want to show you guys a couple of things. You've seen this before. Some of you guys haven't. What happens when you're selling the Founders membership, okay, and you have 2 left, 2 right? What do you make? $5.99. You make your money back. Okay, I want you to envision this. When I build this whole thing out, I want you to, hold on, I think it's not showing everything. Let me minimize that one behind me. Okay, so I want you to screenshot this whole thing once I'm done all the way to the bottom, and I want you to look at that as your vision board. I want you to look at that every single day, okay, while you're making calls. 2 left, 2 right on Founders, $5.99. That includes your fast start, all of that. You help those 2 on each side get their 4. You make $264. Now, it went down a little bit. Why? Because you're not making the fast start bonus anymore, right? They are, okay? But look at the monthlies. Okay, starting the second month, they're paying those monthly dues. Now your residual's kicking in. I'm not even showing check match. I'm not showing travel dollars. I'm not showing cash bonuses every week. I'm just showing the binary up front and the back end residual. So there's like 2 ways you get paid. 2 of the 5, 2 of the 6 ways you get paid. All right, those 8 on each side, they're going to get their 4. Okay, and look what you make right here. Look at the residual starting to stack up. And then they get their 4. And then they get their 4, and then they get their 4. Some of you are getting close to these numbers already. And what if everybody upgrade? I don't know if everybody's going to upgrade, but these are the kind of numbers that you have to believe in, because if you can't believe it, you can't have it. I don't care what you've made in the past. The compensation plan doesn't care your skin color, doesn't care what language you speak or don't speak. It doesn't matter if you can run a 4.40. It doesn't matter. Okay. The compensation plan pays what it pays. If you go out and put 2 left, 2 right, and you duplicate all the way through, that's what you have to look forward to. Obviously, there's no guarantees of income you get out of it. What you put into it and what you do and apply the trainings and what your team does, and they apply and they go to trainings and duplicate, right? Okay, so that gets really, really powerful. But let me show you a little bit about how the binary works a little bit as I wrap this thing up. Okay, because some of you are like, binary, I know it's powerful, but how does it work and all this stuff? Because this is really going to click for you. Okay, so when you go out and enroll new brand ambassadors, okay, you have an enrollment tree and you have a binary tree. Okay, so as you enroll new brand ambassadors, that's what it looks like. You personally enroll them, so we call that your front line. So on the left side, that's your front line, but they get placed in the binary like that. I'm going to rewind again. Okay, watch this. You put your first person in. Okay, they're all your personals. You make 20% check match on all those personals, but they're on the left and right in your binary. And then as they grow, your enrollment team grows. That's who you personally enrolled and who they've enrolled and who they've enrolled and who they've enrolled. And then that's all in your binary as well. Okay, but you might end up having some people in your binary that are not in your enrollment team. How does that work? Well, you might get some sales from above placed into your team because you, just like you did, you had to place some people on your people's team, right? And so what's beautiful about the binary is you can make over $1 million a month here. Oh, Jefferson, you're just pie in the sky. No, we are going to have people that are going to make over $1 million a month. Listen, if I had this compensation plan in the previous DreamTrips, I would have been making almost $2 million a month, okay? Because that's what the volume paid. And now the way we've dialed this thing in, it's crazy, all right? Placement, bottom left, bottom right. This is where you place people. That's it, bottom left, bottom right. You do not place them on any inside legs. That's where you place your new people, okay? But people ask, well, how does the volume work, okay? So on the founders membership, of the 400 commissionable volume, 220 goes in the binary immediately, okay? So somebody on your right, that's 220 in commissionable volume right there. Boom, that's 220 on the left, okay? And all of a sudden, another person comes in, that's another 220. Another person comes in, another 660. Maybe you didn't put them in yourself. Somebody else on your team put them in, but you got credit for that volume. Wait, what? Yes. Anybody that's below you on your team, it doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't even matter if you can pronounce their name, because you came in and you started telling other people about it. They're somewhere down in your team and they make a sale. That sale travels up to you as well and you get paid off of that. Watch this. Another sale comes in. Another sale comes in. Okay. Now this can be in a week, right? Or a week, right? Because we do weekly pay, right? So it grows a little bit more, Boom, end of the week. Here's what the computer does. Okay, left and right. Okay, the left side is the smaller side. So what we're going to do, we're going to pay 15% of the smaller side. That's $297. Okay, this is what the computer does every week. Okay, it subtracts 1980 from each side. New week, zero volume. You still have a team there. Zero new volume. 3,080 CV left over. You get to cash in on that leftover volume. It's a new week. It starts to grow. They're making other sales. It's easier to make sales. Why? Because you have a team. It's not you by yourself anymore. Check it out. It's growing. Boom. You're at the end of the week again. All right. Which side is the smaller side? The left side again. Okay, cool. Okay. So we're gonna calculate that 15% of the smaller side, $792 you just made that week. Not bad. Remember, we're not talking about check match or anything else. So what does the computer do? It subtracts 5280 from the left, 5280 from the right. Boom. Now you're starting a new week. You got that volume left over on the right. Okay, zero volume left over on the left because that all got paid up. And then you have even a bigger team, and guess what they're going to go do? They're going to go out and make more sales and more sales. Why? Because they're the CEO of their team, building their team within your team. You can't stop it. I cannot tell anyone on my team to quit. They're not doing this for me. They're doing this for themselves and their families. Same with you. People on your team, okay, they're not doing this for you. They're doing it for themselves. Okay, we all have a little greedy gene. It's not really greedy. It's called excited about something, passionate about something, right? What's beautiful about the binary, it encourages teamwork. Okay, this unlimited depth here, and it's simple. Left and right, that's it. Down to infinity, left and right. Two left, two right, grow. That's how powerful this is. Okay? But listen, I'm not going to get into the details here about this, but guys, as we unpack more of the compensation plan later this week and this weekend and next week, I mean, it's powerful. You get a 20% check match on all your personals, okay? And as your generations, now we don't have the percentage there. Notice it's blank, but your whole first generation could be 5,000 in binary pay. You get a percentage of that. Your second generation of 1Ks is 100,000 in binary pay. So, all in depth and all that, you're getting a percentage off of that. And then your third, it goes all the way up to 9 generations if you're an Atlas 5 million. That's how high it goes. This is a super, like, I mean, guys, let's go build an empire with this thing. I'm super pumped about, what we have here. And there's more numbers that we have to show you. There's travel dollar numbers. There's cash bonuses, weekly cash bonuses, and travel dollars. And then the rest of our one-time rank up. Like, we have a lot we're still rolling out, y'all. Okay. Look at my Texas coming out, y'all. Okay. But I got to stop because we got to let Mark Smith on here, our CEO and owner, round this thing out, because every day's more exciting. Every day we're getting further down the field. We're improving back. I mean, we're all working really, really hard. We're like working triple shifts. Okay. Whatever hours you're working, we're working probably 3 or 4 times more than that. Why? Because we want to build this thing with you. We're in the trenches with you. And we're also building the company. We're building the company. We're working in the business and we're working on the business at the same time. And we're excited about it because we're excited about you.
For 20 years, the world's #1 travel club, DreamTrips, has made travel history. Over $4 billion in revenue, millions of travelers, and 30,000 unforgettable trips to over 70 countries. And with the global travel industry projected to reach $13 trillion by 2028, there's never been a better time to be part of it. Now we're relaunching, and you get to lock your spot in for free to become one of the first in the world to get a Founders membership. That means you'll receive a free Founders Dream Trip every year for life. Plus, travel dollars are back, bigger and better than ever, and Get 4 Pay No More lets you earn your membership for free. Dream Trips relaunch. Don't miss the Founders window. You should be here. Again.